Hello and welcome to West Carter High School for tonight's volleyball action. We are going to be having the West Carter Lady Comets take on the Lady Devils of Russell. We are right now still in the middle of the JV matchup. So remember, we would like to invite you to like our Facebook page and to make sure that you share our videos and everything else that we have on there as well. As we said, tonight we have the West Carter Lady Comets taking on the Russell Red Devils, and just getting things started off with and of course, as usual, if a ball goes into the stands, we have to sanitize it and get it back out on the court for play there. So Russell is now up 3-0 here in this third set. Best 2 out of 3. The JV Comets won the first set and then dropped the second set and a nail biter on there, but we'll get the scoreboard up here. It is going to be senior night here at West Carter, so we'll be celebrating our seniors here in between the in between the JV match and the varsity match. And out of bound by West Carter gives Russell a 5-0 lead early on here in the third set. And West Carter is going to be taking a timeout. Of course, definitely a little bit different early in the season. Only this is the 5th game for West Carter, but yet going ahead and doing senior night to make sure that we can get those activities in early on in the year to make sure that these seniors are honored for their time period playing West Carter volleyball. And as we break out of the timeout, Russell will be serving here with a 5-0 lead in the third set here of this JV matchup. And as that one drops in, Russell takes a 6-0 lead. Mishandled there by the back middle, and that's going to give Russell a 7-0 run right now. Lady Comets were strong in the first set, taking it easily, but then dropping it after struggling a little bit in the second set, leading it up to this tie-breaking set here. And as there's a net violation against the Lady Devils. Substitution now by West Carter. WESTCARTER scoring the point there. Starting to get back into this game a little bit. Definitely a good crowd on hand here for the senior night activities, which we will be joining it here after this, at the conclusion of this game. Ball handling error, prolonged contact against the Lady Comets. Makes our score 9-2. WESTCARTER will be honoring 5 seniors here tonight. And kill there by Russell. This game will be going to 21, win by 2. And another ball handling error. 2 contacts for the Lady Comets. Makes our score now 11-2. Last year, WESTCARTER having just a few seniors, and this year having just about an entire squad ready to graduate. So next year will definitely be a rebuilding year for the Lady Comets, but they do have several in reserves. They have at least 3 juniors ready to take their step up to be a senior next year, in addition to a few freshmen. No sophomores on the team this year. As we have another timeout here by WESTCARTER. As we said before, you are watching Mantis Sports Media live on Facebook. And breaking out of the timeout, definitely not a position the Lady Comets want to be in right now for this JV match. And now it's 14-2 Russell. And this game to 21. And falls there just at the net for the Lady Comets. The woes for the JV squad will be hitting up the varsity game directly after this matchup. Which, if this trend continues, will not be here in just a few moments. As the Lady Devils right now dominating the Lady Comets 16-2. Another point there by the Russell. Another ball handling error by the Lady Comets makes it now 18-2. Nineteen to 2 on the attack error there. Russell free ball over. As West gets a break there, a nice little friendly net action, allowing the ball to travel over and just dump it right in front of the defenders, who had a little bit of trouble handling that one. And serve into the net brings us to match point for the JV Lady Devils. And a miscue there by the Lady Devils gives the point to WESTCARTER. Makes it 20-4 as they send in a substitute there. And that is the match for this JV matchup, having a total match score of Russell 2, WESTCARTER 1. As we get reset up here, and, of course, as we said, welcome to WESTCARTER High School. This matchup faces the home WESTCARTER Lady Comets, who are 3-1 on the season. Going to be taking on the Russell Lady Devils, who is right now undefeated at 3-0. And so this should be a pretty good matchup here tonight, as it is senior night here at WESTCARTER. Definitely a unique time period to have senior night. Definitely want to try to get that in early on in the season to celebrate the seniors, just in case if something does happen, because we know in this new world that we live in that nothing is guaranteed on there, including next week's games. We have them scheduled out and everything, but we don't know from week to week if we're still going to be continue playing or not. We hope so, and we hope to be on the air and be able to bring you all this volleyball action here in the 16th region, specifically here for WESTCARTER High School. As we said, WESTCARTER are going to be celebrating 6 seniors tonight. They're going to be celebrating the setter, number 8, Madison Atkins. The defensive specialists are the libero, number 11, Milia Airwood. On the right-hand side, number 34, Kenzie Hay. And then also on the right-hand side, number 16, Macy Inskeep. And then finally, outside hitter, number 2, Peyton Stegall. So we will be getting started with the festivities here shortly at WESTCARTER, as they've called parents and the players down to the gym lobby so that they can get started up for the activities. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Friday is also going to be marked as senior night for our football squad, as the WESTCARTER Comets takes their 1-0 record, defeating East Carter on Friday night for the 50th Battle for the Barrel, defeating them easily 43-0 on there. So they're going to be taking that perfect record and playing another home game against the Boyd County Lions. And we will be on the air for that one. Game time is set for 7:30, and we hope to be on the air somewhere between 7 or 7:15 on there, just as soon as we get set up and ready to go up there at Blankenship Field here at WESTCARTER High School. as our festivities getting ready to start here. And first out on the court is Madison Atkins, number 8, the setter for WESTCARTER, having a fantastic year so far. Once again, that's Madison Atkins, number 8, setter for WESTCARTER, escorted by her father and by her sister, last year senior standout, Emily Atkins. And now honoring number 11, Amelia Airwood. Once again, number 11, Amelia Airwood, being honored there. And now, number 34, Kenzie Hay.
Thank you for all the lectures and life advice. Thank you for making my time here at WESTCARTER memorable. I wouldn't trade you or my team for anyone else in the world. And to my team, don't take anything for granted. These years will fly by in the blink of an eye. Cherish every moment and every laugh you have together. Take care of business for us. I love you all. Let's sing together.
And once again, number 34, Kenzie Hay.
Our next senior is Macy Inskeep.
And number 16, Macy Inskeep, senior for the Lady Comets.
Macy is being escorted by her father, Mason Inskeep, her mother, Nicole Smith, and Nicole Dumar. Macy has played volleyball for 6 years. While at WESTCARTER, she has also been the first vice president of the WESTCARTER FCCLA Club. She's been a member of the WESTCARTER White Club, a member of the WESTCARTER golf team, and the tennis team.
I see a multi-sport Lady Comet on there.
Her favorite volleyball memory, Macy says she has many great memories, but one of the funniest was when Mackenzie fell on the concrete in the parking lot going back to the bus, and her went over her with tape, so it wouldn't be the rotten egg. Macy said, I don't want this to be sweet and sappy because one, I will cry, and two, I'm supposed to be one of the funny ones on the team. But I will say that it's been awesome to be a part of this great team with this great coach. I hope all you younger girls really appreciate every practice, game, and every sprint you have to run, because one day it'll all be over, and you'll miss it like I will when this season is over. We'll all might not miss the sprints too much, she says. This will be the last season I get to play with you all, and I just want to say I will miss you all so much. I want to thank my dad for showing out the money so I can play, for supporting me at games, or all this other stuff I didn't mention. I want to thank Nicole for taking me to games and practice and supporting me as well. I want to thank all the girls on the team for loving me and supporting me in everything. Lastly, I want to thank Chrissy for helping me become an above okay player and for supporting me as well in everything, except maybe buying my favorite colors. Thank you, everyone, my friends and family, for always being there for me. I love you all. It's Macy Inskeep.
Macy Inskeep there, as we said, a multi-sport Lady Comet. As now we have number 2, Peyton Stegall.
Peyton is being escorted by her parents, Helen and Deb Stegall, her brother, Chad Stegall, and her cousin, Wyatt Lee. Peyton has played volleyball for 6 years. Also, while at WESTCARTER, she has been a member of FCCLA for 4 years, a member of FCLA for 4 years. Girls basketball, 6 years, tennis, 2 years, member of the Carter County Leadership for 1 year, and member of the Spanish Club for 3 years. After graduation, Peyton plans to go to college to pursue a career in education and hopefully come back and coach volleyball. Her favorite volleyball memory is when we beat Comets County last year and were running to the bus because the last time there was a rotten egg. Kenzie and Cora fell over something in the parking lot, and me and Macy jumped over them instead of helping them up. When we got back on the bus, Kenzie had to keep batting the egg for her. Peyton says, to start off, I would like to say thank you to my coaches and parents for always pushing me to get better. I would also like to thank my teammates for always listening to my crazy stories and being the best friends and team a girl could have. I love every single one of you guys. I would also like to say, don't take any minute of any game, practice, bus or car ride, or any other experience for granted, because eventually it will be your last. And lastly, I would like to thank my friends off the court for coming to my games and always supporting me. I am thankful that God put every single one of you in my life. I love you all. Miss Peyton Stegall.
And that is number 2, Peyton Stegall, also a Lady Comet basketball player.
And lastly, we have Miss Jordan Orchid.
We have Miss Orchid here as well.
Jordan has been with the volleyball team for 2 years. She's being escorted this evening by her mom, Denise Orchid. Jordan's favorite memory with the volleyball team, she said all of us getting ice cream together after the victory. It's Jordan Orchid.
Jordan Orchid, a former player on the West Carter volleyball team there, not on this year's roster. And Coach Tackett going to address the crowd here.
These young women, along with my underclassmen, are unique individuals and are a part of something even greater than themselves. Something great that we've built through hard work and dedication. Through sweat, tears, and sacrifice, we've had a team that is everything a coach would ever want or wish for. And one that I wouldn't trade for any other. That's a fact. We shall savor every play, every point, every moment we have together. But when it's all over, those moments become memories that last a lifetime. As I always say, every time, I'm forever grateful and proud to be your coach. I love you all. Now let's play on.
And that is our seniors for this year's Lady Comets volleyball squad. As I said, number 8, Madison Atkins, the senior setter. Number 11, Amelia Airwood, the libero senior. Number 34, the right side, Kenzie Hay. The right side senior, number 16, Macy Inskeep. And the outside hitter, number 2, senior, Peyton Stegall. And as we said, this is a Mantis Sports Media presentation live here from West Carter High School as the Lady Comets of West Carter, 3-1 on the season, will be taking on the visiting undefeated Lady Devils of Russell. As the teams get out there and get ready to start warming up on this senior night, as we said, definitely a different type of senior night on there. Usually the reserved for the last home game on the year. However, the Lady Comets having this on their 5th game of the year. So definitely a different feeling and everything else out there. Of course, typically it's a very sad moment. Still a sad moment here tonight. Typically very sad because the seniors know it's their last home game that they're playing on this court. However, not the case this year, or we hope not the case this year. We say we're taking everything day by day out there as we go through. As we can see now, center court, the officials and the coaches getting together. The Lady Comets are coached by Christy Tackett in her 3rd season as the captain of the Lady Comets. And then, of course, longtime coach from Russell, Tiffany Perry. Has had some pretty good successes in the past few years on there. Of course, as we mentioned before, the Lady Comets last year had a fantastic season, making it all the way to the 2nd round of the 16th region tournament on there, and that is actually the same spot that Russell ended up with last year, as they lost to the eventual tournament winner, Round County. They lost in the 2nd region to Round County during the 16th region tournament. As we said, things are just a little bit different during this time period. Typically, the officials and the coaches and captains would have a meeting. They'd be doing a coin toss to see who gets first serve. However, underneath these conditions and everything, the visiting team of each school will be serving the volleyball first. And then, of course, the only time that we will have a coin toss is if it goes to the 5th set on there. So a little bit of a different procedures and protocol on here. So if you're heading out to any volleyball match here in the 16th region, that's the protocol that they've decided. So you know that if you're the visiting team, you're going to be serving first on there. If you're the home team, you got to wait your turn to the 2nd set. Now, on paper, this should be a very interesting game here tonight, as we got leaders for WESTCARTER. Definitely the one number that we got to take a look at for every single night that the Lady Comets step on the floor is number 8, Madison Atkins, who's coming in to this game, averaging about 22 and 22.75 assists per game. She's had some awesome games. She definitely runs the offense there for the Lady Comets. Of course, she has 2 favorite targets out there. Number 3, freshman, Jenna Jordan, who's averaging right now 9.5 kills per game. And then also her favorite target out there, who has had some really good success, is fellow senior, number 2, Peyton Stegall, who's currently averaging 11.75 kills per game. And once again, if you're not too familiar with volleyball and tuning in on there, you may be saying, who's killing who? And didn't know this was a murder show. I thought this was a sports show. But in volleyball, a kill is any attack by the offensive team. So whenever they, typically it's their 3rd hit. Could be a little bit sooner than that, but it's the attack that goes over the net, and if it lands out of bounds or not out of bounds, but if it lands inbounds, hits the ground, or bounces off somebody, they'll classify that as a kill on there. Lady Comets doing fantastic this year so far, 3-1 currently, winning the first 2 games of the season. Defeating Ashland in a 5-set matchup on there, winning 3-2 against the Ashland Lady Kittens. And a game that you've seen live on here was WESTCARTER versus Greenup County, as we've seen that they took them to a 3-1 set victory. And also another, of course, then they experienced their first loss on the season, which was a road match as the Lady Comets took on Boyd County. And then finally on Saturday volleyball, as we've seen here this past Saturday, WESTCARTER easily took down the Lady Rams of Raceland in a 3-0 matchup that you've seen here. Lady Comets also doing very good stat-wise. Looking at average kills per match, they're averaging right now about 36.25 kills. Blocks on there, not too many on there, about 2.75. But at this level, that's pretty good out there. You may be seeing some higher numbers a little bit elsewhere, but Lady Comets, they do have some height and everything, but they are more of an offensive team on there. Usually you'll see Atkins on the blocking for the Lady Comets there. Of course, assists, definitely a big number there for the Lady Comets, 29 assists per match. And as we said, you can think of 29 assists per match, and Madison Atkins gets almost 23 of those. So definitely the captain down there leading that team out there as well. And finishing off, the Lady Comets getting about almost 40 digs a game. Of course, dig is where they save the ball from a kill on there, and being able to keep that ball in play and make it playable there as well. Of course, they are going to be playing a very tough Russell Lady Devils team here today. Coming into this match 3-0, perfect on the season. They started off their season playing Raceland, which they did as the Lady Comets did, defeat them in straight sets 3-0. Then they took on Boyd County, then beating them 3-1, and that is WESTCARTER's only loss so far, so should be interesting to kind of see how this game turns out today. And then, of course, Russell taking on district rival Lewis County and easily beating them in straight sets 3-0. on the stat sheet and everything else, some numbers and some players to look out for here today. Definitely need to keep an eye on Sadie Hill. And Sadie Hill's number 54. She's averaging 15.6 assists a game. And then, of course, the targets that she's going to be looking for is number 2, McKenna Bartfield, averaging 9.67 kills a game, as well as Mallory Allen, number 23, with 5.33 kills a game. So if you just look at the stats on that case, the Lady Comets has definitely got them on paper right now, but there is that variable there, Boyd County, which WESTCARTER lost to Boyd County 3-1, and then of course Russell defeating Boyd County 3-1 themselves. Boyd County, of course, once again a very good team. Russell, very good team as well. You're probably looking at on the court here today a couple of the best in the 16th region so far that's out there. And, of course, just looking around the region as well, taking a look and seeing what is out there playing around today. There is a lot of volleyball being played all across the Bluegrass, but in the 16th region tonight, you'll see Lewis County at East Carter. And that is actually where the Lady Comets are going to be at tomorrow as they take on cross-county rivals East Carter. And that is going to be at East Carter. Then, of course, in the 16th region, playing around today, you have Rose Hill at Fairview. And then Raceland will be taking on Lawrence County at Lawrence. And just taking a look down the rest of the lineup here, that looks like all the action in the 16th region tonight. But usually the Monday matches, a lot of these teams are trying to squeeze in as many games as possible on there. The Lady Comets this week, as far as what action that they're in. Of course, we're here at home tonight against Russell. They'll be tomorrow night at East Carter. Then taking a few-day break and then coming back in on Saturday, September 19th, as they take on the Bath County Lady Wildcats. And so that's going to finish up the WESTCARTER Lady Comets for this week. Russell, their first match of this week. Then they're going to take a couple days off and then go to Ashland Paul Blazer. And then this weekend they're going to be heading out to the tournament, or the Champions of the Mountain Classic, which is going to be down at Pikeville, or University of Pikeville, or Pike Central, tournament down there that is hosted every year. Like I said, a lot of tournaments. Some of them is still in because a lot of teams like to have a Saturday tournament that they generally go to. We know that Boyd County hosted one this last weekend as WESTCARTER took on Raceland. Boyd County had the Lady Lions Invitational, which they hosted that on the September 2nd. Still, there's lots of tournaments that's out there. The All-A is still being played quite around the Bluegrass as well. Haven't heard any details yet as far as the 16th region goes, because I know tonight there's definitely some volleyball action going on across the state as far as the All-A Classic goes. The first region All-A Classic is happening out there, or some of it's already happened today. So there is definitely some tournaments being held here. But right now, I think everybody's just kind of holding their breath and seeing what's going to be happening next. Definitely wanting to get in as many regular season games as they possibly can before moving on to any kind of postseason or anything else like that. So that has not been scheduled or anything else on there. According to the All-A website, they are looking at having the All-A tournament, which the WESTCARTER Lady Comets was victorious in the 16th region and represented them, I believe, for the last 2 years. So I'm sure that that's definitely a tournament if they are allowed to participate in and is happening that they will be looking forward into taking part of and hoping to defend their crown for another season. And as we mentioned as well, this Friday coming up here at WESTCARTER High School, we're going to be seeing some more football action again. As WESTCARTER, as we mentioned earlier, took on cross-county rivals East Carter in the 50th Battle for the Barrel and ended up taking that one easily, 43-0. As they're going to be taking on, and this will be the last home game for a couple weeks on there, so if you want to purchase your tickets and everything, contact the school. At the moment, no schools in the area, as far as I know, are doing ticket sales at the gate for football games. Of course, no tailgating is allowed, so definitely a different world that we live in on there. But contact your school if you do want to purchase tickets on there as well. Of course, Boyd County easily took out Bath County last week on September 11th by a score of 55-11. So definitely should be a good key matchup. High-scoring offenses as Latavius Klein picked up 3 touchdowns of his own rushing. And then, of course, Perry had, I believe, 2 or 3 passing touchdowns as well. So high offenses, and we'll see how the defenses hold out. Should be hopefully a clear night for them out there. But there is some rain in the forecast for earlier that day, so hopefully that will pass by. And we'll have a excellent, cool night for some football action. But as we said here, we are moments away. Looks like we're about 2 minutes and 50 seconds away from getting this one started here today. And like I said, this definitely should be an excellent game for the Lady Comets and for the Russell Lady Devils on there. So taking a look, a lot of viewers out there today. We'd like to thank everybody for coming in and joining us tonight on there. So we'd like to thank everybody for viewing the Mantis Sports Media production game here today for the Comets home game. We would like to mention that we want to try to make every single home game that we can make of here for the WESTCARTER volleyball and football squad. And then, of course, once these seasons are over, we'll be looking toward basketball season if that is still in play on there as well, because taking a look a little bit later on down the road, I know it is difficult to make plans and everything else, especially in this day and age and everything. But if you are a basketball fan, right now there is very few games on the schedule that is listed on the KHSAA website at the moment. WESTCARTER right now only having 3 home games out there, ranging from November 28th, first home game for them being the EKC tournament first round. And then, of course, not another game on the schedule, but that should be more populated as we go on and as we see the numbers of coronavirus cases as we have on here today. Some good news in Carter County. According to the Carter County Health Department, no new cases today, so definitely a positive side for Carter County here today. As we're under a minute now away from the action here at WESTCARTER High School, as we said, thank you for watching Mantis Sports Media, and if you'd ever like to get in contact with us, please feel free to contact us. There's our information on the screen right there. Feel free to send us an email at mantissportsmedia@gmail.com or give us a phone call at 606-207-3315. Of course, you can also message us here on Facebook, and we'll get right back with you as soon as we can. And we would love to hear from you. Love to be able to, if you are looking to advertise with us or to sponsor us, we'd love to hear from you on there. Like I said, definitely want to provide this service here, especially in this day and age with this type here, because we know that not everybody is able to get out to enjoy high school sports in the area, and we want to try to make that happen for as many people as what we can. So thank you for tuning in and for supporting us on there. Just make sure that you like and follow us on Facebook. Leave a message or leave a comment down below the video telling us who you're cheering on here today. Because we hope to have fans from all over the 16th region as we get there. The Lady Comets coming out tonight on there. Looks like starting out number 34, Kenzie Hay. Number 20, Haley James. The Libero, number 11, Amelia Airwood is in. Number 2, Peyton Stegall is in, as well as number 8, Madison Atkins. And then number 43, Rebecca Stevens as well. That's the starting lineup for the Lady Comets. For Russell coming in there, we have number 2, McKenna Barfield. Number 54, Sadie Hill. Number 23, Mallory Allen. And serving right now is number 14, Kristen Corey. And then we'll get the rest of the lineup here in just a moment as we are set for some volleyball action. As Stegall starts early and gets the lead for WESTCARTER, and a good kill for her. As the Lady Comets take the early lead 1-0 on here. As number 11, Amelia Airwood, senior, going back to serve. And miss hit on that one. That is an ace for Amelia Airwood. As we have a substitution there for Russell, number 11, Ava O'Neill, coming in for the Lady Devils. Of course, we already mentioned number 2, McKenna Barfield, in for the Lady Devils, and libero number 5 is also in, Jenna Finch. As that one goes deep for Russell as they free ball it over. WESTCARTER setting up the offense. And getting the nice kill there is Rebecca Stevens, hitting it square off the block. As we said, if you look at the stats, Russell does have a large number of blocks in that column. They are averaging 11.33 per match with an all-time high this season of 19. As there's a nice kill and dig by WESTCARTER. 54 sets it up. And looks like WESTCARTER is in the net on there, so that's going to give Russell the point. And now checking into the ball game for the Lady Devils is number 22, Tori Hessler. As Hessler is also going to be serving for the Lady Devils. As Jordan just gets the ball over as it's set up. WESTCARTER able to hand that, but right at the net there. Looks like number 6, Jaden Green, got the hand on that one to knock it just off to the side of the fence. So Russell now 2-3 with WESTCARTER still leading. And on the block there, looks like number 2, McKenna Barfield, I believe 54 is who they called that on. Sadie Hill with the hand on the net going up for the block, gives the ball back to WESTCARTER. Madison Atkins now serving. A little bit of a miscue there. And as 4 hits, must have bounced off someone there. I didn't catch that one, but R1 there definitely had the good advantage and being able to call that one as well. So WESTCARTER now up by 3. As Russell's struggling a little bit early on here to try to get some teamwork going on, get the ball over. They definitely a good team, able to keep it in play, but having some handling problems here early. And as there's the kill by number 2, McKenna Barfield. for Russell, making the score now 5-3. As we mentioned, Barfield is definitely one of the targets to watch today, as number 12, Emily Ruggles, checks in for the Lady Devils. Barfield averaging 9.7 kills per match. And 54, Sadie Hill now serving for Russell. Atkins sets it up to Jordan. High shot. And the ball just crossed the plane on there. On the outside, giving WESTCARTER the ball there. As number 0, Cora Burton, checking in for Kenzie Hay for the Lady Comets, as Rebecca Stevens set to serve. And strong hit, good dig there by Airwood. But mishit on the third one there, sends it out of bounds, and point goes to Russell. Yeah, on that earlier play there, any time that the ball goes on the outside of the net and crosses that half-court mark there, that is out of bounds on there. Several years ago, you would definitely probably see it more in college than in high school. You see a lot of players running on the outside to hit the ball back, which was legal, but not anymore on there for players' safety's sake. They were able to put that rule into effect where you can't cross it over. As WESTCARTER gets a tip on there, and prolonged contact. That's a hitting error against the Lady Devils, as now WESTCARTER takes a 7-4 lead. Number 3, Jenna Jordan, back to serve now for the Lady Comets. And hard hit there by Kristen Corey, but took it out of bounds there, and so the point goes to WESTCARTER. And another mishit there by the Lady Devils. As we said, seems like they're struggling here tonight, as Coach Perry wants a timeout to settle her team down and talk some things over. As right now, WESTCARTER is in the lead, 9-4 here. So very, very good volleyball playing right now. Russell's struggling a little bit, but WESTCARTER definitely turning on the temperature and turning up the heat on there to put some pressure on the Lady Devils. WESTCARTER serves not too bad here lately. As we said, Amelia Airwood is was serving just a few minutes ago. She had a team high 4 aces during the last match. So that is one thing that we definitely want to keep an eye on with her here today. Because as we said, with aces, those are points straight off of a serve and everything. But right now, Jenna Jordan is the server for WESTCARTER. She had 2 service aces during the last match against Raceland on there. So, she does definitely have a good, nice, strong, flat serve that's on there. Of course, serving definitely the name of the game here in volleyball. Service can make or break a team that's on there. As hits it in, Atkins stretches out to reach as it gets a hand on it, but however, sails out of bounds. So Russell gets the ball back at 9-5. So Dolly Parton would be happy right now. Of course, number 20, Haley James, checking back in for the Lady Comets. And a little hard serve on there by number 6, Jaden Green by the Lady Devils. A little bit too hard to handle there for the Lady Comets, and that sails out of bounds. And that one got her pumped up on there, so hit it just a little bit out of bounds. WESTCARTER gets the ball back there. Number 20, Haley James, getting set to serve for the Lady Comets. And she's fired up today as well, as she sends it well out of bounds. Making our score 10-7. It's number 12, Emily Ruggles, serving for the Russell Red Devils. Atkins sets it up and is called for the double hit. So that makes it now a 2-point ball game with WESTCARTER leading 10-8. As we got a lineup check right now. And volleyball, one of the key things is that probably a lot of people don't pay much attention to is the R2's position down at on the court. And their job is to make sure that all the players are in the right order. Because within volleyball, the positions that they're in when they start in, that starts out the serving order for the team, and they have to, each player serves in a specific order. If they serve out of order, then that's a point for the other team on there. But if it's not discovered, a coach can request a lineup check to make sure that everybody's in the right position and that they're there. Because it's only when it's discovered by the official that that it is illegal and is a point against the Lady Comets on there. So it looks like they're getting things all straightened out here on the court. Also in volleyball as well, of course, there is a difference between front row and back row. The back row can, of course, any of them can hit the ball at any position on the court. But however, they cannot hit it while jumping above the height of the net and making an attack in front of that meter line that's on there. Typically, sometimes in the American system, we call that the 10-foot line from the center of the net to that blue line that goes out a little bit further. The front row players, they can jump up, they can block, they can do whatever they want to anywhere on the court. Of course, as we mentioned in previous broadcasts as well, you'll notice the players that are wearing different colored jerseys, and those are the defensive specialists. They cannot set the ball over their head. They have to use underhand arm motions on there. And so you'll see them in the back row. They're not allowed to come up to the front row on there. They usually sub out for that. And you can sub as many times as you want to for the libero, as long as whoever the player that they replaced goes back in for them as well. So we're still trying to get things all set up on there. As looks like we're going to have a substitution of Kenzie Hay. Looks like she comes up and trying to determine who's going to be in there, whether it's Stegall or Hay. At times, something that seems so simple can take a lot of time to sort out and everything. As Haley James comes off the court, Jenna Jordan goes on the court. Gives a little time for the Lady Devils to have a little meeting that's on there as they're still sorting things out. Of course, the officials keep their own card as well, the rotations on there, but it is up to the home book the home scorebook, home scorekeeper to have that information to get everything all set up on there as well. Something like this definitely can be a momentum switcher on there. Russell, got it within a 2-point lead, and not that it's an intentional thing on there, but sometimes a little confusion can get teams thrown off just a little bit on there as we're still sorting things out. So the R2 now, or the down official, is getting everybody all lined up and everybody in position. Of course, there is a person at the scorers table that keeps track of when the libero comes in and goes out as well. So they're making sure that everything is all good so that once we get set back up and ready to go, we will have everybody properly lined up. And they are calling an out of alignment against the WESTCARTER Lady Comets on there, so that's going to give Russell a free point. As Coach Perry getting all the details, figuring out exactly what happened, but with the down official having the team out of alignment and everything else on there. That you saw the little circle hand motion that was there as he gets the teams all set there and gets them in the right serving order. All righty, and we're ready and set back to go again. WESTCARTER penalized for being out of rotation. That's an easy thing done on there. Gives the Russell now just a 1-point deficit as we get back to play here as Stegall gets that point back for the Lady Comets with another kill. Okay. Definitely after being out of alignment and everything, everybody's like, is it my serve? Do I want to make sure before we go? But now Haley James set to serve on there. I believe she was the last server for the Lady Comets. And that was the out of rotation on there. As WESTCARTER's setting it back up, getting it to Stegall. Knocks it down. Nice strong hit. Good save there by Russell as they free ball it over. Atkins getting the offense sets up to Stevens. And blocked square back at her there by number 54, Sadie Hill. As number 14, Kristen Corey checks in for comes in for the libero as she's going to be serving for the Lady Devils. And hits it deep on there. WESTCARTER had a good opening start, but seems like after that out of rotation on there, ended up kind of throwing their game off just a little bit as they look to try to get things settled back. Russell setting up the offense. And, yep, that was definitely off the tape on there. 4 hits. Number 23, Mallory Allen, went to hit the ball, and that ball hit the top of the tape and bounced back on there. Was not touched by a WESTCARTER player, so that is a 4 hits call by the official. Good pickup on that one. You can definitely see that one going down the line on there, but good call there by the official. As number 11, Amelia Airwood, now serving for the Lady Comets. WestCarter trying to get their offensive set back up, gets hit it right back to him there. And that is, it was a joust at the net, and no point will be awarded on there. The down official looked at the first official and said that it's going to be a replay. And in volleyball, that is definitely one of the tools that the officials do have on there is the replay ability. So if you see them give the 2 thumbs up on there, that means that no points were scored. We're just going to play again. As Russell gets back into attacking motion there. Atkins dumps it over a little bit as she's getting ready to set back up the ball again there to Jordan, who another block there. Looked like that was McKenna Barfield by the Lady Devils, which ties up the score now 12-all. Number 22 now checking in for the Lady Devils. That's Tori Hessler. Short float serve on there is Jordan trying to get some points back, but hits it just a little bit long, and Russell now has the first lead of the game on here. Lady Comets still trying to get back in after that long break that we had there for the out of rotation. Like I said, it sounds like it's something very simple, putting people right back in the place that they were, but it can get confusing by the time you look at the scorebook, you look at your own card and everything else. As Jordan trying to attack it back up, pass back over by Russell and out of bounds. Still a close game. Of course, ball sailed out of bounds and into the stands, so that means time for a fresh ball here, and as the other ball gets sanitized here. So definitely new protocol procedures. Ball sails into the stands, gets replaced and sanitized. As WestCarter looking to set up the offense. And another block there by McKenna Barfield. As we said, that's something that definitely the Lady Devils on the stat sheet was showing that they were very strong on, and that is averaging out 11.33 blocks per game across their 3-game opening set. And they're looking to continue that here today as they get it over top the blockers that time. Attacked there by number 6, Jada Green, and gets the kill. Coach Tackett wants to settle her team back down and get them back on the right way, as right now Russell has got a 4-point lead as they are on top of the Lady Comets 16-12 right now. As we mentioned, thank you for joining us here on Mantis Sports Media, as this is a Mantis Sports Media production. My name is Jeff Irwin. I'm your play-by-play commentator and the technician, and doing a little bit of everything here today. We're kind of a one-man show right now. So if you wouldn't mind, make sure that you like us on Facebook. Make sure that you share our video and our post and everything else on there, and we'd love to hear from you. There's our contact information if you'd like to advertise with us or have donations or just to support us in general on there. We appreciate anything that we do have as well. So as the teams are back out on the court, each team taking one timeout so far. And number 22, Tori Hessler, back to serve for the Lady Devils. Atkins sets it up to Stevens, bumps it over. Russell trying to get that deep attack there. Jaden Green tried to get it there. Just a little bit short. as number 0, Cora Burton, checks back in for the Lady Comets. Madison Atkins set in the back there to serve. And it's punched over there, and as the Lady Comets getting it to Jordan there, and touched by Hessler as it sails out of bounds, gives WestCarter the point, and now WestCarter's back within 2. As we said before, this is a game of momentum on there. All it takes is just a few shots here or there, or a drop ball here or there to really make a difference. So we can see if the Lady Comets start getting back on track here after slowing down just a little bit. But not if number 2, McKenna Barfield's got anything to say about it, as she gets the kill right amongst all the different WestCarter defenders. 54 Hill set to serve right now for the Lady Devils. So WestCarter bumps it up, pushes there to Stevens. Stevens pushes it over as they get it close to the net, and not enough there for the Lady Devils to knock it over. So a passing error there for Russell. As senior number 16, Macy Inskeep comes in, play the left front position now for WestCarter, as Rebecca Stevens, number 43, is going to serve. As they set up, back row attack by Atkins. As Hill keeps it alive there, and they get it bumped back over. Jordan on the attack, blocked there, but good placement. And a little bit of a miscue there by the Lady Comets as Atkins was going up, trying to have that, and the player was just right in front of her. So a few little miscues and everything else, but still a 3-point game on there. So WestCarter definitely still within striking distance. As Barfield is serving now for the Lady Devils. Gets the attack, good dig there. Sets it up to Jordan, tip it over there, and that was just about a meeting of the minds there, but Jordan puts it right amongst, I think that was about 4 Russell Lady Devils right there. Good athleticism on their part to try to get it, but just everybody was going at it once there. As Jordan sails it into the net, giving Russell the point. Still a 3-point ball game at 19 to 16. As number 23, Mallory Allen, comes back in for Russell. Number 6, Green, serving it now. And things keep on kind of heading downhill for the Lady Comets there, as the pass, instead of going to the setter on that time, ended up going to the outside hitter who was lining up for the attack, but couldn't quite make the save on there. And that one sails out of bounds, so WestCarter gets the ball back with number 33, Kenzie Hay, checking back in. Oh, and off the top of the shoulder or head on there, and that one sails straight down and underneath the net for the Lady Devils. So that brings WestCarter within 2. As that one looks down the line, but they're going to call that out of bounds on there, and so WestCarter gets the point. As the R1 having a discussion now between the line judges. Line judges are volunteer officials. They are part of the officiating crew. And they are underneath the leadership there of the R1, who's giving a little pep talk and getting it back in the game on there. As Hay serving it back again for WESTCARTER. And that one sails out of bounds. No one making contact with it. Brings it back to a tied ball game at 20 all. So WESTCARTER picking up the last few points to tie this ball game back up, hoping to continue on and stretch out this lead, try to get the lead on there. As Russell frees it over, Atkins sets it up to Stegall, and that one's going to depend on, that one is out of bounds on there. Should be a touch call on that one because Stegall hit that one. It hit the top of the tape and bounced all the way back and out of bounds for the Lady. So that was going to be a Russell point either way you look on that one because if WESTCARTER would have tried to make contact with it, that would have been a fourth hit on there as Russell takes the lead 21-20. Stegall dumps it over and gets it just inside, right off the Russell player, trying to get the pancake on there. Ties the ball game back up again as number 20, Haley James, is checking back in for Inskeep as she goes back to serve. As an official, those were always the hardest calls to make, is those ones that either hit hands or hits the top of the tape on there. And as we always said, you make 50% of the crowd mad every time you blow the whistle. So we'll see what happens with that one. And in this case, they're going to give that one to WESTCARTER, saying that she made contact with the net on there. So that's going to give WESTCARTER the lead at 22-21. Said that on the block there that her hands hit the net while the ball sailed out of bounds. Good strong serve by WESTCARTER. And WESTCARTER gets a block of their own by Atkins. Now WESTCARTER within 2 points of closing this out. Coach Perry wants to talk it over and get her team settled back down as they had a pretty good lead there for the longest time. And then, of course, some calls came in on there, which kind of turned the tides just a little bit here for the Lady Comets. So as they are looking right now up by 2 and only 2 points away from taking a set 1 on this senior night here at WESTCARTER. So that's the second timeout by Russell. They are out of timeouts for this set. WESTCARTER still has 1. As the line judge rolls the ball to Haley James, who's set to serve for WESTCARTER. And that one, Peyton Stegall tried to close it out and finish it off there, but hits the net and then bounces off of her left hand as she was coming back down. So that point goes to Russell there. 1 point ball game now by the Lady Comets as Russell serves there. Good stop by Airwood as they get the ball back over. Russell setting up the offense. Attack there and off of the libero Airwood as it sails out of bounds. Time the ball game back all up at 23. So remember, this is a race to 25, but you have to win by 2. As number 14, Kristen Corey, is serving now for Russell. And attack there by Russell and block there. Little push over the defenders there. And that one is off the top of the tape again on there. And so that's another 4 call against Russell on there. giving the Lady Comets set point number 1 on here, as it is 24-23. As we said, a lot of times as an official, you get that. It seems like you get the same type of calls time in and time and again. And this time, the Lady Comets reaching the hands over the net on there and tying the ball game back up at 24. 22 comes back in. That's Hessler for Russell, getting ready to serve at a 24 all match. Now somebody's just got to get a 2-point lead, and then this set will be over. As WESTCARTER pops it up, a little trouble on the first pass, but they're able to free ball it over. Handled by Russell, going for the attack, pops it straight up. Airwood gets it back up to the front to Stevens, knocks it over. Russell, slight attack going this time period as they hand it back to Stevens again. And she knocks it deep. The libero saves it, and that one chased down by 3 or 4 Red Devils, but ends up falling on there. So WESTCARTER takes the lead once again at 25-24. As number 0, Cora Burton, coming back in. So WESTCARTER is at set point number 2, trying to get close this out to take the first set here on senior night, as Atkins ready to serve. Free ball over by Russell. Puts it just behind the blockers on there. Airwood makes a diving effort on there, but falls just short of there. So we're back at 25 all, and once again, it's still a race to 2. As we said, this was going to be a good ball game tonight by these teams. And that one sails out of bounds there on the serve. So WESTCARTER up once again, 26-25. Set point number 3 for them. We'll see if they can try to get this finished off, as Stevens ready to serve. And Inskeep comes back in to the ball game for James. Pass is hit over the net there as they get it to Jordan, trying to close it out. Oh, goodness. Hits that one straight to Finch and bounces it off of her own player. And that one gives WESTCARTER the 2-point lead, and that is the first set. So WESTCARTER wins the first set in a very tight one, back and forth, led by a whole bunch of interesting. We had, the rotation on there. Stoppage of play, and then several different other calls and everything else that was there. Good officiating on there. With that, as they're trying to keep a close eye and keep this in, so that it's a fair game for both teams. But definitely some changing of momentum on there as well. So WESTCARTER takes that first set, 27-25 on there. So once again, you are watching Mantis Sports Media here on Facebook. Remember to like us and to share our Facebook page with everybody. We're going to try to be here for every single home volleyball and football game. So make sure that you stay tuned into us. Make sure that you follow us so that you never miss a minute of WESTCARTER sports on there. Like I said, we're going to be handling volleyball and football until the seasons change and everything, and we get into the winter time. Then we're going to be taking a look at boys and girls basketball. Of course, like I said, we can make as many plans as we want to on there, but it all depends on all of the depends on all you all and everything, and including myself as well. Make sure that we stay social distance, wearing our mask every single day, because we want to try to get this virus level down, so that we can open things back up a little bit more here, and we can get some more sports action ready to go, because these seniors definitely have worked hard all season long, and have worked hard their 4 years in high school, Some of them definitely trying to get noticed by some colleges and everything, trying to see if they can continue on their play. But definitely with shortened seasons, shortened practice time, and everything else, we have to make the best of what we can on there. And so these ladies are putting everything on the line every single night, trying to put their best foot forward out there. Because, typically, volleyball teams will play, upwards, 30 to 40, almost, it seems like almost 40 matches within a season. And typically at this point right here, being mid-September, they have already played probably in a tournament or if not two tournaments or tri matches on there. And so they are hoping to get make the best of all this, to get the best record that they possibly can out there. To hopefully see if we'll have any kind of postseason or anything else out there. Like I said, nothing's been scheduled or anything else on there. So we're just going to play it by ear and take it as it comes there. As WestCarter sending out number 8, Madison Atkins, number 43, Rebecca Stevens, number 3, Jenna Jordan, number 20, Haley James, number 34, Kenzie Hay, and number 2, Peyton Stegall out to start. And then, of course, Amelia Airwood comes in as the libero there for Stegall. Russell sending out number 23, Mallory Allen, number 54, Sadie Hill, number 2, McKenna Barfield, number 14, Kristen Corey, and number 6, Jaden Green. As Amelia Airwood is ready to serve the first one for this second set, as WestCarter leads 1-0 on this senior night. Atkins, nice little attack, sends them back to the back on there, gets a free ball, helps them to set it up a little bit more as Atkins gets it to Stevens, but that one is marked touch by the officials, so WestCarter takes the early lead on there at 1-0. Russell free balls it back over, and that one sails out of bounds there. So far, Russell, this is only the second set that Russell has lost so far this season. So we don't know if that's going to shake them up or not. They did lose one against Boyd County. But let's see if they can come back together on here, while WestCarter hoping to get things started out. And there is a nice kill there by Rebecca Stevens, giving WestCarter the 3-0 lead to start things out here in the second. As that one sailed out of bounds on the strong Russell hit, gives WestCarter the 4-point lead. Definitely easy to get frustrated on that after a few hits and everything else. You want to try to get the ball back. You want to get things done. But sometimes you put just a little bit too much into it there, as Airwood's on her 5th serve here in this set. Free ball over. Airwood to Atkins, dumps it over and off the hands of number 12, Emily Ruggles, giving WestCarter a 5-point lead. WestCarter been having a good second set here across the season so far. As number 4, Brianna Binge, checks into the ball game for the Lady Devils. She checks in for Ruggles. And the 6th serve now for Airwood. As they go tip it up, Atkins tips it back. Strong hit there by Stevens, then pushed over. And that one sailed out of bounds, or hit off a few WestCarter players and then sailed out of bounds. So Russell breaks the 5-0 streak on there as number 14, Kristen Corey, goes back to serve for the Lady Devils. Carter sets it up to Jordan. And another kill there by the Lady Devils. I think that was number 2, Barfield. And that one sails back. Lifted up just a little bit on that return on there. Got to stay in position and, kind of almost in a sitting position there to make that pop up straight up. If you move up at all, that ball sails toward the back. As WestCarter having some trouble now. As Russell takes a 4-0 run. After WestCarter makes a 5-0 run, and Coach Tackett wants to slow this down just a touch and calls the timeout. This game is all about rallies, and you want to get your team there, get the serve, keep the serve, and you want to keep on putting that pressure because that first hit, that first serve is everything to a lot of teams. Not that they live or die by it, but as long as they keep the ball in play and make some strong hits, you can definitely make the defense have some trouble on the night and everything. WestCarter hoping to handle this one just a little bit better as a few errant passes kind of plagued them there for the last few serves on there as Kristen Corey set for her 5th straight serve of the set. That one's popped up and handled there. Atkins pushes it over. So Russell gets it back up toward the front, real close to the net. They were able to keep that one in play as that one goes way up, close to the ceiling there. Pushed back over by Russell. Stevens looking for the attack, tries to find the place there to hit it, gets it, but Russell is right there to defend it. Gets it into the back row, cross courts it over at the end and out of bounds there. The 23, Allen. As right now the R2 is coming over to speak with the R1 as well as the line judges. Russell fans was definitely not happy with that call and is confirmed by the official that it was out of bounds. So that gives WestCarter a 6-4 lead as Atkins back to serve. As slips there trying to get it, crosses over the center line is Hill. Trying to make a good play on it, but just lost her footing just a touch there, gives WestCarter a 3-point lead. As Atkins scores an ace on that shot. Great placement, just slightly out of the reach of the rear defender on there. As number 11, Ava O'Neill, comes in for the Lady Devils. And Atkins has an awesome serve, hits that one to Benj and knocks it out of bounds. So WestCarter back up to a 5-point lead again. As number 12, Emily Ruggles, checks back in. As we said, this has been a back-and-forth match. WestCarter scores 5 points, then Russell scores 4 points, and now WestCarter has scored another 4 straight points on there. As that one goes to the back row, attack there, and just a bit too strong by the libero. Gives WestCarter a 6-point lead. About halfway through the second set here. That one heads to the back. Good save by Russell. As now WestCarter goes for the attack and blocked there by Barfield. Barfield having another awesome night. Had 6 blocks in her last game against Lewis County and 7 against Boyd. So definitely putting on the pressure against the WestCarter attackers here tonight. But Sadie Hill serving now for the Lady Devils. So WestCarter gets the pass up to Inskeep, who knocks it over. Back row attack now by Hill. Atkins sets it up to Stevens, and that one sails out of bounds, just a bit strong on that one there. And that one off the block there. Jenna Jordan off the block and falls straight down as WestCarter keeps back their 5-point lead. Cora Burton coming in now for James, and Rebecca Stevens back to serve for the Lady Comets. As Russell able to keep a handle on that one to be able to get it back over and free ball there. As Jordan tries to kill that one home. Stevens, good dig. Back to Atkins, sets it up to Jordan. Walker got a hand on that one, but it was able to be managed there by Russell as gets it over to Inskeep. And Inskeep off the double block of Russell gets it to fall for there. So killed by Inskeep on her senior night. Gives WestCarter now a 6-point lead. Russell able to get it over there. Airwood makes the shot, gets it over to Jordan, but hits it into the net. 22, Tori Hissler coming in now for the Lady Devils. Hessler back to serve. Free ball over, pushed over by Atkins. Catches the Russell back line. Just a little, back on their heels just a touch. Falls right in front of them there. As Jordan serving now for WestCarter. As that one's popped up in the air and returned back, and free ball. Good save there by Russell. As Stegall tries to push the ball over to the left-hand side and misses the sideline for WestCarter. 34, Kinsey Hay back in. WestCarter having a little bit of trouble with these Russell blockers, but they continue to keep on fighting and battling. As we said before, and there's a point there. WestCarter as a serve into the net. They keep on battling. They average, like I said, 36.25 kills per match. So I mean, they're going to keep on bringing it to you. So I mean, this is a battle of the Goliaths, as you see on there. A high attacking team versus a very good blocking team. As WestCarter gets a tip off the block there, but ends up to the back. And that one sails out of bounds. Just a little bit too tough there for Corey. 15-8. West Carter as Hay back to serve. And that one sails wide to the right. Point to Russell. Number 12, Emily Ruggles, set to serve now for the Lady Devils. Stegall knocks it to the back row. Able to get a hand onto it, frees it over there back to the libero. Pushed over by Atkins. An attack block, Atkins. And that sets up a nice play there. Atkins with the block. Tough to handle there by Russell. So West Carter now a 7-point lead. Coach Perry wanting to talk it over now as both teams have taken a timeout. As we said before, each team gets 2 times out per set on there. They can't carry them over, can't take them with them. So you either use them or you lose them on there. And so right now, both teams have taken a timeout so far on there. So we're looking right now at a score of 16-9 here at West Carter right now. And just as a reminder, you are watching Mantis Sports Media here on Facebook. Remember to like, share, and follow us on there. If you need to get in contact with us, like to advertise, sponsor, get somebody's birthday out there, or just want to give us, any kind of comments or anything else, feel free to contact us on email at mantissportsmedia@gmail.com. Or feel free to contact us at 606-207-3315. Of course, if it's during the day, you may get voicemail. Just leave a message, and we'll get back with you there as well. But as we said, thank you for watching Mantis Sports Media. As we're coming out of the timeout here, Russell trying to stop the onslaught of the West Carter attack. West Carter getting many different runs on here. 5 points, 4 points. Seems like they are get him in bunches on there. As Russell tries to get it there and puts it right in front of the blocker, Atkins, and it falls right in front of her. So Russell gets that point back. It's going to be 16-10. Russell, West Carter on top. As number 23 checking in now for the Lady Devils, that's Mallory Allen. Number 20, Haley James, checking back in for the Lady Comets as well. And number 6, Jaden Green, serving into the net there for the Lady Devils. Gives West Carter back a 7-point lead. As number 11, Ava O'Neill, checks into the ball game for Russell. Yep, and that one once again, another 4-hit call against Russell off the top of the tape. Atkins was there for the block, but the net helped her out on that one. Sent it right back there for another 4 hits on the Russell squad. As Airwood back to serve again. Strong serve to the back right on there, and is able to get the ace. As ball's being changed out again and sanitized. Pushes up to the front, attack there by Russell. Kind of a bounce off her head, and that is going to end that play for West Carter. As is now 19-11. West Carter with an 8-point lead, but Russell now serving. Now Stevens tries to take it cross court, but ends up in the net. Russell cuts the lead down to 7. Atkins dumps it over to Stevens. Good strong hit, but good save there by Russell. And that was a kill there by Allen. Takes it off the block of Atkins and bounces it cross court over there. A little bit hard to handle. And Russell cuts it down. The lead, WestCarter's lead down to 6. And that one off the rear defender. Down to 5 now. Popped up, saved by WestCarter. Oh, Jordan slipped a little bit on the court. She had the shot there, but slipped just a touch. Giving Russell the point, and now it's a 4-point lead by the Comets. Over on the side, free ball by WestCarter. Just about catches them by surprise, but they're there. Good dig there by James, who saves it and is able to help WestCarter get it back over. Airwood there, dug off the net by Atkins. And fantastic hit by Stevens. Not a hard shot, but definitely one that they were not ready for. Russell looked like they were celebrating just a touch early on that one as Atkins trying to dig it out of the net and able to get it to Stevens for the point. Russell on the attack. Popped up by James. Gives it over to Atkins to Jordan. Russell now on the attack. Popped up again. This time it's going to be a free ball over by WestCarter. Deep into the backcourt of Russell. Inskeep sets it up. Back row attack by Airwood goes into the net. .54 Sadie Hill now getting ready to serve for Russell. Atkins sets it up to Stevens. Gets it to the libero. Good dig by her. And as number 2, McKenna Barfield kills it on home for Russell. WestCarter leads now 3. As we're ending up near here, the late of the second set. Atkins sets it up, this time going to Jordan. Popped up by the libero. Russell going to have to, about ready to say a free ball, but she got a little bit of speed in on that one there. As that was number 23, Allen again. Takes the ball cross court and puts it back in the back rear court of WestCarter. Coach Tackett wants to settle down her team and talk things over a little bit. That's going to be their second timeout of the set. Russell back on their own run here. This has been the set of runs. 5 points here, 4 points here, 6 points here. It's been going back and forth on that. As soon as you get a lead, it's getting tougher and tougher to protect it on here. So both teams are really, playing some very physical ball out there and trying to play it a little bit smarter on there as well, because we know that physical ball can take you so far on there, trying to make the kills and everything, but you got to know when to lay up just a little bit and just barely put it over that front line blockers and hoping to catch the back row asleep on there, because a lot of times that back row sets in for those hard attacks and they're looking for it, and if you can just pop one just barely over top, you may catch them a little bit too deep to be able to save that. But as we see now, Russell getting up closer on here, 18-20. WestCarter trying to win the second set, as there's another block there by Barfield. So the WestCarter lead's cut to 1 now. As Hill back to serve. Jordan. There we go. Pops it over that front line. They weren't there to get it. The back Russell defender able to get a hand in on it, but not close enough to get it back over the net. So that little sigh of relief. WestCarter getting back the ball again as Burton checks back in. And that one's hit deep in the back, but free ball there by Russell as Inskeep tries to get the kill. And, yep, there's a whistle there by the R2 saying that Barfield made contact with the net. So there is a net violation by Russell, giving WestCarter the point, now up by 3, 22-19. Free ball by Russell. Atkins gets it over to Jordan. Good dig there by the libero from Russell. And that one marked out of bounds once again there on the attack. Trying to take it line on there, and sometimes that's the price that you pay when you go line. It's an awesome shot to make, but sometimes it's hard to thread that needle. Tough hit that Barnfield. Inskeep takes it over. And inbounds in that back corner. So WestCarter now 1 point away from finishing off this set as the captain goes to talk to the R1. She gets back set, and now Stevens serving for the win here. As that one is hit into the net, and WestCarter takes the second set, 25-19. As WestCarter's fired up, being 2-0 on top of the undefeated Lady Devils right now. So definitely a close match, a match of runs on there. Back and forth, everyone scoring multiple hits and everything. Good play, a lot of good saves and everything else that's out there. But WestCarter finishes off there with 25-19 is the score. So once again, you are watching this broadcast of WestCarter Volleyball versus Russell Lady Devils on Mantis Sports Media, live streaming on Facebook. And of course, if you need to get in contact with us, feel free to contact us on our email at mantissportsmedia@gmail.com or give us a phone call at 606-207-3315. Also, make sure you put a comment down there. Tell us who you're rooting for. And we'd love to see your comments and everything else on there. Make sure you follow us and like us on Facebook, and that way so you never miss a minute of WestCarter sports action here. So we're getting ready to head into the third set. WestCarter up 2-0. This is not a position that the Russell Lady Devils has been in so far, as the Lady Devils has had some really good success this year, as we said, being 3-0, defeating a very tough Boyd County team last week, but also defeating Raceland and Lewis in addition to that. So definitely a test for both teams on there, because WestCarter 3-1 so far on the season. And they're looking to extend out their win streak as they beat Raceland on Saturday. So hoping to beat Russell here tonight in straight sets. But we'll see what happens, because I never count out any team. A lot of times you kind of want to start warming up the bus or packing up and everything else when you start seeing that it's 2-0. But there has been several times in my experience that when you get 2-0, a team gets really relaxed on there. But you got to make sure that things are all taken care of, and you just take care of business, and that's the whole name of the game. As an official, sometimes you're up on the ladder and you're thinking, okay, I guess I'll get home early tonight. I'll be able to get to McDonald's or the restaurant before it closes out, and it ends up going most of the night, late into the night there. I never like to count any game too early on there. But WestCarter definitely looking like they're in the driver's seat so far with the 2-0 lead right now. Out on the court for the Comets right now, we have Stegall, Stevens, Atkins, Hay, Jordan, and James. And then for Russell, we have Barfield, Allen, Hill, Corey, Ruggles, and Green. As number 14, Corey, is set to serve for Russell, as Russell has the first serve during this third set. A must-win set for them. WestCarter hoping to finish this one out early and be able to get some rest before taking on cross-county rivals East Carter tomorrow. That one's going to be at East Carter. Game time is going to be 6 o'clock for the JV, and then varsity match will follow. Generally, it's about 6:45, 7 o'clock over there. So if you're heading to Grayson, you'll be finding a good game on there as well. As that serve by Russell just a bit long, and WestCarter takes the early lead here at 1-0. Airwood serving now for West, and that one gets kicked to the back. Free ball there by Russell. Dumped by Atkins, and that one was saved by Russell this time. Atkins gets it to Stevens, who gets it off the block and down for a kill. WestCarter is definitely fired up here tonight on this senior night. As we said, an unusual senior night being this early in the season, but don't tell them that. They are all fired up. They're playing this game like it's going to be their last. Atkins sets it up to Jordan, but that one sails long and out of bounds. And the ball rolling up on the stage there, being retrieved by the Russell player there. And that's Hill getting ready to serve. Carter sets it up to Jordan, and that one goes deep in there, and that one is inbounds for the Lady Comets. And gets the ball back and gets a 2-point lead. As Inskeep now coming in for Hay. Madison Atkins back to serve for WestCarter. Russell popped it up looking to try to get their offense in, but that one a little bit of a miss hit by WestCarter. Sends that to the back row, unrecoverable there, so point goes to Russell. As number 22, Tori Hessler, comes in to serve for Russell. Long serve goes to the back row. Atkins sets it up for Jordan. They're able to get a handle onto it, but free ball over now. WestCarter gets another setup on attack by Stevens. Popped up and over, gets it close to the net there. Just about crossed over the line, but was able to save that as Jordan sails it out of bounds. So tied ball game here early on in the third set, 3-all. Jordan with the hit, blocked there by Barnesville. Another block. As we said, Russell is very dangerous on the blocks there. Stevens hits it long on there for WESTCARTER, and Russell now has a 2-point lead. As we said before, Barnesville over 3 games has 13 blocks as that one sails long for Russell. Picking up several more blocks here again tonight against the Lady Comets. As Cora Burton, number 0, checks in, and Rebecca Stevens back to serve for the Lady Comets. And that one's hit deep into the back. Little miss hit there, but point goes to WESTCARTER, who ties it up at 5-all. Stevens does have a hard serve. Got that one hard and low on there. Taking it right back to the libero, but Russell able to get that ball over as they get it set up there for Jordan. Free ball back over to WESTCARTER. Set back up, back row attack by Atkins. Back to the libero, pops it up. Russell on the attack now. Gets that one inbounds. So good attack there. Good ball movement by the Lady Devils. Able to finish that one off as Barfield set to serve now. Carter keeping it alive. Free balls it over. Russell setting up the offense. Tips it over. Atkins bumps it up. And Inskeep with a little bit too deep of a set. Trying to go for the back row attack there. But just a little bit too far back for the Lady Comets. And Russell now has a 2-point lead of 7-5. And the attack there by West, blocked by Russell. Keeping it close up to the net. Atkins sets it up. Gets it there to Jordan. Pops straight up. Russell, back row attack. Oh! 2 Russell players were back in the back. They looked at each other and kind of said, I thought I had that one. Definitely a ball that needs to be called on there. So a little miscommunication for the Red Devils gives the Lady Comets back to serve as Jordan. Hitting it to the back row as Russell getting their attack on. Good dig there by Stevens. Pop up back again. Stegall popped it up. Good block there by Russell. Tip back over by Burton. Now WESTCARTER setting up the offense again. Gets it to Stegall off the block and down for the kill. That ties it up for WESTCARTER, 7-all for Stegall. It's not had a whole lot of production tonight, not due to the lack of attempts, but finally able to get that one down. As a miss hit there by Russell gives WESTCARTER the lead, 7-0. That one popped up. Line judge had to get out of the way on that one. There's Jordan serving again for WESTCARTER. Popped up. Russell getting into the offense there. Hits it. WESTCARTER able to keep it alive. Gives it to Stegall. Good attack on there. And bounced off of Hill. Trying to get it back up to the front row, but just kind of hits it right in between a couple Russell players. Coach Perry saying, that's enough. Let's get a timeout and let's talk this over just a touch. So first time out there taken by Russell in this third set as WESTCARTER leads 9-7. As we said before, you are watching Mantis Sports Media on Facebook live on there. We're glad that you chosen us for your Monday night entertainment there. as the WESTCARTER is taking on Russell. Right now, WESTCARTER is leading 2-0 in the match, in a match set for best 3 out of 5. Of course, our contact information is there if you need to get in contact with us. Like to send a shout out or just to get a hold of us if you would like to advertise or sponsor us. Feel free to contact us on there as well. As we get back to the action here, Jordan back to serve once again for WESTCARTER, who is up by 2 now, 9-7 in this match, best 3 out of 5. And that one sails long for Jordan as Russell brings it back within 1. Kenzie Hayes, senior, checks back in once again for the Lady Comets, and Russell's going to have a couple subs as well. Number 23 coming in, Allen. Looks like she's getting set to check back in for Russell. And looks like that's the only sub they're going to have now, as Jaden Green set to serve for Russell. Shout out to Beverly Barker, just sent me a text message. Appreciate that on there. Glad to be doing this live stream for the Lady Comets on there. As Stegall takes it deep in for Russell and try to get it cross court there, and just a little slip there by 23 Allen as she tried to get the fingertip pass back over the fingertip attack, but she's all right talking to the official right now. I can see now the reason probably for that slip on there. She was back row. And so she moved up in front of that attack line and was definitely trying to keep it below the height of the net to prevent a back row attack from happening on there. She her mouth was watering on there. She was ready to kill it, and but remembered I'm back row and that's illegal. So she's sitting back there as Russell now trying to get their lineup straightened up on there as Hay is getting ready for the serve. Once again, lineup check, trying to make sure everybody's in the right spot. You have to be in the right spot when the serve is contacted. Then after that, you can move wherever, just as long as if you're back row, you don't live above the net in front of the attack line, or if you're the libero, you can't attack above. You can't attack above the height of the net, and you can't set the ball up above your head. So they're still straightening out things just a little bit here. WESTCARTER takes a little bit of advantage of this lull in play. Huddles back up, but officials saying they're ready to go. Lineup's been checked, and we're ready to go as Hay is back to serve. Russell attack just barely over the net. Atkins, or excuse me, I believe that was Burton, able to get a hand on that, who pops it back to Stevens. And for the kill on that one. That was something else on there. Definitely one of those plays you kind of wish, it's like, I wish I would have paid a little bit more attention to that one, but Russell kind of looking a little bit confused, of course, coming off that little bit of a lull as Russell making the attack. Stegall gets it off the block and has it to fall right on top of Green. So WESTCARTER now up by 4, about midway through the third here. Of course, WESTCARTER leads 2-0 in this battle of 3 out of 5. Remember, all matches for the first 4 sets go to 25, and you have to win by 2, as we experienced that in the first set on there. As Russell pushes the ball over. Atkins sets it up, gives it to Stegall, who tries she saw the block coming and everything and said, well, I'm going to tap that a little bit to the left, and just a little bit too strong out of bounds on there for WestCarter. Jaden Green set to serve now for the Russell Lady Devils. As Atkins, little attack behind her head there. WestCarter, Burton gets the block. Gives it over to Stegall, who dumps it in the back row and the back shelf. She hid that one behind the defender and everything, so awesome kill there by Stegall. As Haley James comes in to serve for WestCarter. 13-9. WestCarter up by 4. That one goes deep. Russell able to handle it on the attack now. Atkins sets it up, gives it to Stevens, and gets it off the defense there. Defense making a little bit of contact, sticking that hand out just a touch, making contact with it, according to the line judge there. So they got the best advantage point to that on here tonight. Nice high pass there by Russell. Tips it over. Airwood gets it up to Atkins. Over to Stevens, who gets it off the block. Touch there. And now Atkins back on the block again, going for the attack. Dumps it right down in front of Hill. WestCarter starting to roll now. 6 points up at a score of 15-9. Russell trying to get the attack back again, but hits that one just a touch long. WestCarter now up by 7. And Coach Perry going to use her second timeout of the match here, trying to stop the bleeding right now. As Russell trying to get back in this game, but right now it's all WestCarter at the moment. But as we've seen in that last set, ties can turn at any point in time. So we are looking very excited and looking forward to the conclusion of the rest of this game. Of course, as a reminder, thank you for joining Mantis Sports Media. If you need to get in contact with us, you can shoot us an email at mantisportsmedia@gmail.com, or shoot us a text, or give us a phone call at 606-207-3315. Send us a message on Facebook. We'd love to hear from you. And, of course, don't forget to put down who you're rooting for here tonight, who you think's going to win this late in the game on here, as the Comets are back out on the court. Russell taking full advantage of their timeout on there, really trying to get things settled down. But right now, Russell looking at their undefeated season slipping away. Of course, still early on in the season right now. Of course, WestCarter has an extra game on top of them, so they are sitting at 3-1. Russell 3-0 right now, and right now, if things continue on just a little bit, WestCarter's going to be 4-1 as Russell slips down to 3-1. And that one, another ace by WestCarter. Puts that one in the very back corner. James all over top of that one. It's a good strong hit, nice and low and right to the back corner. Hard for the defense to read that one. And, of course, that one hit up. Russell was determined not to get beat again on there, and ends up hitting that one. It may have looked like it was heading out of bounds, but that one was stopped by the Russell player. So number 4 checking in for Russell right now. That's Brianna Binge. outside hitter, sophomore. And they about tried to take it straight to her, but popped up by Russell. WestCarter trying to save it, but a little bit of a miscommunication. Hits it right over top of the outside hitter's head, and Russell gets the point there. 8-point lead now by WestCarter as Russell's set to serve here. Number 14, Kristen Corey. Of course, ball change up, time for sanitizing and everything. And that one popped off the hands of WestCarter and out of bounds, so Russell gets the ace on that one. Of course, WestCarter, a team that is very strong on getting aces and everything, having a season high so far against Ashland with 23 service aces. So they are very dangerous. Russell, not too bad. Their season high is 19 aces so far on there as well. Atkins to Stegall, off the top of the block and down. Kill for Stegall gives WestCarter back an 8-point lead again as Jordan comes back in on the left-hand side, being outside hitter. Airwood now set to serve for WestCarter. Attack there, but then blocked by Atkins, but fell right in front of her and out of bounds. So point goes to Russell on that one. Just a step too far back away from the net. Good blocking position. Don't think the attack was as hard as what she was thinking it was going to be, but she was right there to get it, but just fell right in front of her. Sadie Hill up serving now for the Lady Devils. As Jordan tries to get there, but hits it right into the net. Point Russell. Strong serve to the back there. James had to stretch for it just a little bit. It just bounced off of her arms and out of bounds. So Russell cutting the lead, WestCarter lead to 5 now. As we get another ball change here for some more sanitation. Anytime it rolls out the bounds, goes into the audience or out in the lobby, they got to switch up balls on there. As push over there by WestCarter. Oh, miscommunication there between Finch and Barfield on who was going to get that one, and that gives WestCarter the point as it falls right between them two. 20-14, WestCarter extends their lead out to 6 as Atkins set to serve. Gets a good first pass, but second pass just a little bit too far over to the right on there as WestCarter now 4 points away from closing out the shutout here tonight. We'll see if they're able to continue this streak on and everything else, and be able see if Atkins can close out this game for them here. Barfield with another kill again. A good set there by Hill. Gets it up to Barfield. Hessler now in for the Lady Devils. And she's set to serve now. WestCarter 21, Russell 15. Stevens tips it over there. Gets it over to the side. WestCarter able to handle it. Gets it to Jordan. And back into the net again. Jordan struggling just a little bit tonight to try to get it over there. Those blockers definitely right in her face every single time. So it's tough to make a decision on, do you take it right to them or hit it right over them? A little miscue there by WESTCARTER. Hits it up and I think knocked a light out here at WESTCARTER on there as they're all kind of looking at each other. And WESTCARTER's going to call a timeout on that note and everything to settle things down as Russell cuts WESTCARTER's lead to 4. That's WESTCARTER's first timeout of the set on here. And you are watching Mantis Sports Media live on Facebook. Love to hear from you on there, so feel free to contact us. Like I said, leave a comment down below. Tell us who you're rooting for here today. Make sure that if you would like to advertise with us or sponsor us or donate to us on there so we can keep this broadcast going and everything, feel free to contact us on there at mantisportsmedia@gmail.com. Or text us, give us a call at 606-207-3315. Coming out of the timeout now, Russell serving. Like I said, they've cut the WESTCARTER lead to 4. WESTCARTER trying to finish this out and be able to get a little bit of rest before heading out to East Carter tomorrow. As that one's off the block there, Russell. And that one taken down by Barnfield. It was kind of a playing catch with her out there. It was just her versus the WESTCARTER squad. As it seemed like they kept on hitting it back to her. And the West lead is cut to 3. WESTCARTER gets it to Stevens. And off the block there by Rebecca Stevens. WESTCARTER now 3 points away from closing out the shutout. As number 0, Cora Burton, checking back in. Stevens, responsible for getting back the ball for WESTCARTER, is now set to serve. And that one sails just a little bit long there. 22-19, Russell now serving. Barfield coming out from that front row, taking a step to the back, going to serve now. WESTCARTER gets it to Jordan, who splits the defenders. Hits it right between Barfield and Hessler. And now it's a 2-point margin left for WESTCARTER to be able to close this out. WESTCARTER up by 4 right now as Jordan set to serve. And that one on the line. And, of course, remember in volleyball that if a ball hits the line, that is inbounds. And looks like we have a yellow card here coming out right now, issued by the official. Looks like that yellow card's going to go against number 2, Barfield. Fired up over that close call that was there. Line judge quick with the call on the inside. R1 confirmed it there as well. Of course, Coach Perry checking to see, just make sure, see what the R2 saw. But yes, yellow card issued out there against Russell. I believe he showed 2 fingers there, so that is just a warning on there. Much like soccer, yellow is a warning card. Red's when there's a penalty, and of course a red-yellow means ejected. And WESTCARTER hits the ace for the victory. closes it out there on a nice tight shot at the end. WESTCARTER getting the close calls here tonight. Finishes out this match 3-0 on there, and finishes out the third set just as the exact same thing as the second set, 25-19. So as we see WESTCARTER there all fired up. And as usual after a victory, singing the fight song. Well, definitely a close match between both teams out here. WESTCARTER coming out on top with the sweep, winning 3-0. Of course, WESTCARTER and Russell going into some extra volleyball on there on the first set, taking it all the way out to 27-25. Then back and forth battle for the second set, as that one, it was a set going back and forth on there, with teams scoring multiple points on there in large streaks and everything. But WESTCARTER being victorious on it, 25-19. And then on the last set, West finishes the match off with 2 line shots back in the very back shelf there for Russell, just right over top their defenders. They were close to being out of bounds. Line judge had them inbounds. I know, especially the first one looked like inbounds. The second one didn't quite get a great view on it on there. It was kind of right underneath our scoreboard on there, but that was what ended the game here for Russell on there. And WESTCARTER, as we said, getting the shutout there, defeating a very tough Russell team 3-0. So WESTCARTER improves to 4-1 on the season, as their next game will be tomorrow night, as they'll be taking on the the Lady Raiders of East Carter, and that game is going to be at East Carter in Grayson, Kentucky. And the JV game will start at 6. Varsity game will be right afterwards, usually set for about 7:30 on there. And then for Russell, they drop down to 3-1 on the season. As we said, a very tough match here tonight for them. And their next game is going to be on the 17th as they go, and they're going to be taking on Ashland. Of course, Ashland was a team that WESTCARTER beat on the first night on there in 5 sets. So maybe another tough battle for Russell there. But we will look forward to hearing those. Of course, Russell definitely showing their strength again on the blocks. As we said before, they average out about 11.33 blocks per match, and I say they well caught that on there tonight. Their high, of course, was 19. I don't know if they quite hit up that far, but they were pretty close. They were definitely blocking a lot of the WESTCARTER shots on there tonight. WESTCARTER definitely led out by Madison Atkins Sr. again, who's fantastic on her assist, the assist leader here on the team for today. Jordan struggled just a little bit tonight, trying to get up to her kill level on there, but Stegall definitely putting some pressure in on the Lady Devils and putting it to them, making some hard shots to return back on there. So an exciting ball game here as once again WESTCARTER wins 25-19. Well, we'd like to thank everybody for your attendance here tonight and for viewing Mantis Sports Media on there as we see the fans heading out, getting ready to go home. We wish all of them safe travels and everything. Just remember to keep yourself safe and everything out there. And as we will see you again on Friday as we will be switching up and heading up to the football field as WestCarter is going to be taking on Boyd County at 7:30 here at WestCarter High School in Blankenship Field. So until then, this is Jeff Irwin with Mantis Sports Media, thanking you for your attendance. God bless you, and y'all have a good afternoon, and we'll see you again on Friday.